All right, we'd like to welcome everyone and call to order the regular meeting of the West Valley City Council. It is February 25th, 2025. We're beginning our meeting at 6:30 p.m. in the council chambers of West Valley City Hall. All members of the council are present. We have Councilmember Wood, Councilmember Whetstone, Councilmember Harmon, Councilmember Hune, myself, Councilmember Christensen, Councilmember Norfelt. We're also joined at the dais with our city manager, Mr. Peely, and our city recorder, Ms. Kamick. Tonight's opening ceremony will turn the time to Councilmember Hartman.
Thank you, Mayor. If you'll please all stand and recite the pledge with me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll move to our minutes of February 11th, 2025. Turn those to the council for discussion or a motion.
Move to approve those minutes.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And those stand approved. Thank you. We will now accept public comment. Comment period is limited to 30 minutes. Any person wishing to comment shall limit their comments to 3 minutes. Upon recognition by the mayor, you will approach the microphone. If you did not sign up, please give us your name and address. Otherwise, just your name. All comments shall be directed to the mayor. No person addressing the city council during the comment period shall be allowed to comment more than once. Comments shall be limited to city business and matters within the purview of the city council. Speakers shall not expect any debate with the mayor, city council, or city staff. Mayor, council, and city staff may respond after the comment period has concluded. Speakers shall refrain from personal attacks against fellow citizens, city staff, or members of the council. So speaker 1. And you all have good penmanship. So Brad?
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for the time, Mayor. I'm here representing Hamlet Homes. So I just thought maybe I'd come and share a little bit about what we're seeing in our Weston Field community. I know it's been brought up a few times. My responsibility at Hamlet Homes is I'm the actual person, I'm the salesperson at the model home. So kind of interacting with folks from mostly from West Valley City that come to explore what we have to offer there. I thought I'd maybe share a little bit of insight on the successes we've had in sales and who's buying homes there. And also kind of the folks that come looking that maybe aren't a good fit for the product that we're offering. So what we've seen, the majority of our buyers are small business owners, and the homes that they are buying are nice homes, well designed. I think that's going to be a beautiful community. We are seeing all of the buyers that we've had so far have elected to build the home with a basement entrance. Some are doing that for they're going to have multi-generational living. We've seen a lot of that. I think really tethered to affordability, where prices are what they are and interest rates are what they are. Families that want a new home have to kind of combine to be able to qualify to move into the homes that we offer. So we're seeing that, and then we're also seeing folks that will build the home with a 3-car garage but an unfinished basement, and then put in a basement entrance for the future ease of being able to finish that out and either have that for friends and family or have that as a potential source of offsetting some of the cost of their mortgage down the road. And those folks are doing that largely because they can't qualify for finishing the basement at this point. I know we've in the past proposed some changes or try to invite the conversation to look at the development agreement and see if we can make some adjustments there where we can serve probably the other portion of the folks that are coming into the model home that are looking for a new home and they want to upgrade and they want to be in a neighborhood like what we're offering at Weston Field, but they just can't qualify for it, or we're just offering a home that's larger than what they're looking for. I feel like there is a path in there somewhere if we could get some easing on the development agreement where we could offer a home or a product for them so that they could move up and stay in West Valley City, which is ultimately the goal we're looking for. Yeah, just being mindful of time. I think that's what I was hoping to say and get out. And I think if we could get something a little bit smaller, we could restrict the basement entrances, because I know that that is a concern.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
All right, speaker 2.
Hey, I am back again on Palmer Drive. We've had another problem again. And when I reached out to you guys in October, we did come to that meeting where you guys were going to try to change the criteria. And I want to tell you guys, Scott's been very good about emailing me on stuff when I've asked him. But the last thing we got from him was that they had done a test again when the criteria was lowered. But there was never a day or a date to show us that we didn't quite meet it. And he just said he had never seen or heard of one. And I want to know what the day was they were supposed to put up the new speed traps. And that was clear in 23, and it's been 24. It's been over a year, and there was never any speed traps that we knew of or saw. But we've had another incident over the weekend where a week ago Saturday, a kid took out the fire hydrant across the street from me. If it hadn't have been there, he would have taken out my neighbor's fence now. And of course, they have no insurance. And he did try to take off, but I did get a picture of the car and everything. But we just want to know if there is ever going to be a time that's going to really be looked at. I know a lot of the newer, older neighborhoods have them. Even on side streets, they're repaving. They repaved all of our side streets, all but Palmer. Could they put them in then? Those curves are just worry someone's going to get hurt again. Property damage. I know now this is on you guys for fixing the fire hydrant, but it's really all of our taxes. I had to pay for my own fence out of my pocket because that person didn't have insurance when they hit my home fence in my friend's car. We just don't know what else to do at this point. And if they ever did do another test on it. So, and I do appreciate you guys helping us, but I'm just wondering. I just don't want anybody to get hurt, and I'm tired of sitting there watching these cars go by daily like this. So that would be all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Speaker 3.
I'm Lynn Criddle, and Charlene and I both wanted to tell you how much we appreciate you letting us come and speak and that you listen to us, and we appreciate that. We're just so concerned how many accidents are happening. It's like every 6 months there's some damage, and people, this person turned and just went straight to the fire hydrant. He didn't slide. It wasn't snow related. He just must have just been looking at his phone or something and turned that corner and just kept straight on to the fire hydrant and taking that out. My concern always is I'm outside. I'm a person, maybe not everyone does this, but I sweep the gutters sometimes. I pick up all the little sticks. And so I'm out there. And so I'm like, and we were out of town, so, but I'm like, gosh, what would have happened if I would have been right there, you know, doing my sticks like I do? I feel like going, okay, I'm out here doing my sticks. Would you all please drive good while I'm out here doing my sticks? Because I just really like to keep our property nice looking. And so I know I'm unusual, and even my husband's like, they just get more sticks right after you pick them up. But I just, I just want to express our concern. We would hate that somebody has to get hurt or badly hurt or die from one of these accidents. And as I said last time when I came, we've had 2 trees taken out. We had a person right up against our porch. This car came right through the whole yard to the porch. And luckily we weren't outside. And then we had the other one where the truck was pushed up halfway to our porch. So it's just my concern. I would like to never have anybody injured because of, and it's the 2 turns. It's like the turn that comes this way and then they don't continue turning or whatever, or the turn that comes this way and they just, in both cases, they go up against your property because they aren't finishing their turn. And so I thank you so much for listening to us, and we're like, we'll probably always come back every time there's another accident, but thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, speaker 4.
I'm not here to complain. I'm just here to say thank you. I'm part of the squeaky wheel that lives on Treasure Isle Road. And I was just sitting in on your planning session and listening, and I completely understand the opposing argument to parking regulations on residential streets. I completely understand it and am empathetic to it. But I'm also really grateful for the opportunity to pilot and try to see if we can find a way. For me, the boarding house situation is obviously the biggest problem. But for me, also parking, it's, while correlated, a completely separate issue. It's a safety issue. And so I'm really grateful for the opportunity. I know for me, and watching kids run across the streets, seeing emergency vehicles try to get through the street, which happens often for some reason on our road. I'm just so grateful for the safety that this will bring and the peace of mind as we pilot it. So again, thank you so much, especially Ifo. Thank you for really running with this and putting it into place. And have a great night.
Thank you. Was there anyone else that wished to speak that didn't have an opportunity to sign up?
Jim Visak, 5491 West Lockwood Drive. She grabbed it before I got done talking, so. There's been a lot of talk about transparency, especially up on the hill. And there's nothing we can do here except with our vote on transparency for what they're doing on the hill. But in West Valley City, there is stuff that we can do. And part of that, as elected officials, being accountable for every vote. And what I mean by being accountable is be ready to answer questions, whether it's a resident, whether it's a builder, business owner. You should be able to and be willing to articulate your answer to them and explain why you voted the way you did. As elected officials, the citizens have the right to ask why. On the parking thing, I mentioned something to Mr. Peely, and I think Chief has said something about it before. In other areas of our county, they, one thing that they do is you can't park on the other side of a driveway. So if your driveway's here, they cannot park on this side of it. It's hard, but it will eliminate a lot of cars from parking, and it'll make it easier for us with big SUVs getting in and out of our property. So hopefully that's something that you guys will look at. And it's something that's already being enforced. We can piggyback onto something like that. And Chief, I know, has all the details because she's kind of brought it up before. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, seeing none, we'll move to our resolutions. Our first resolution is 25-23. And this resolution would transfer the operations of the West Valley City Housing Authority to Salt Lake County's Housing Connect. The county has agreed to provide job positions for the 3 West Valley City employees if they would like to transfer. The employees can also seek other positions within the city. So I'll turn this resolution to the council for discussion or a motion.
I move for approval of resolution 25-23.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic.
Councilmember Wood,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilmember Harmon,
Yes.
Councilmember Hune,
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Nordfelt,
Yes.
and Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you. We'll now go to resolution 25-24. This resolution will correct border issues between the city golf course and property owned by the Garf Group at 4770 South, 5600 West. Based on existing fence lines and improvements, the golf course, cart path, irrigation lines, and landscaping of the golf course are located on portions of the Garf property. This plot amendment would adjust original lot lines to follow existing fence lines. To the council for discussion or a motion?
Motion to approve resolution 25-24.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic.
Councilmember Nordfelt,
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Hune,
Yes.
Councilmember Harmon,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilmember Wood,
Yes.
and Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. We'll move to resolution 25-25. This resolution would authorize the city to enter into an agreement with Sustainable Real Estate Solutions Incorporated to provide administrative and professional services for CPAC projects. The CPACE. The city previously entered into agreement with SRS to administer CPACE projects in West Valley City. All projects are voluntary and funding is provided by third-party lenders. CPACE is a program enacted in Utah in 2013 that authorizes local governments to offer commercial property owners a unique mechanism for financing energy efficiency, renewable energy, and water conservation improvements to their buildings. To the council for discussion or a motion?
I move to approve resolution 25-25.
Second. Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic.
Councilmember Wood,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilmember Harmon,
Yes.
Councilmember Hune,
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Nordfelt,
Yes.
and Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. We now have resolution 25-26. This resolution would allow the city to approve purchase of driver eye dash cams from Netrodyne Incorporated. These cameras would support risk management to monitor and enhance driving behavior of employees. The purpose is to prevent incidents through real-time alerts for distracted driving, drowsiness, and compliance issues. The total cost is $120,000 from the CIP fund. To the council for discussion or a motion.
Motion to approve resolution 25-26.
Second.
Thank you. Ms. Kamic.
Councilmember Nordfelt,
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Hune,
Aye.
Councilmember Harmon,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitstone,
No.
Councilmember Wood,
Yes.
and Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes by majority.
Thank you. We'll now move to resolution 25-27. This would authorize the execution of an corporation agreement with Salt Lake County for traffic signal maintenance. The city has contracted with the county since incorporation for maintenance of our 57 traffic signals, some shared with neighboring jurisdictions. They provide preventative maintenance and emergency repair. This would extend the agreement to 2031. To the council for discussion or a motion?
Motion to approve resolution 25-27.
Second. Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic.
Councilmember Wood,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilmember Harmon,
Yes.
Councilmember Hune,
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Nordfelt,
Yes.
and Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. We'll move to resolution 25-28, which would award a contract to Kilgore Contracting for the 2025 asphalt overlay project. This resolution authorizes 2.93 miles of asphalt pavement on various roads and also includes additional speed bumps on Stanton Drive, 4400 South, and West Shire Drive, which is 2520 West, the total is $404.5 million from the local transportation funds. To the council for discussion or a motion.
So you said 4.5 million and on the screen it has 4.3.
405, 4,500,000, sorry.
We often approve lower
Okay.
just so that any
Oh, higher.
changes,
Yeah.
I mean
okay.
higher, just so if any changes, they don't have to come back
I'm
to
learning.
us for those. Yeah.
Okay.
Move to approve resolution 25-28.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic.
Councilmember Nordfelt,
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Hune,
Yes.
Councilmember Harmon,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilmember Wood,
Yes.
and Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Sorry, I didn't understand the question because my paper doesn't look the same as yours. So, okay. All right, resolution 25-29 authorizes the city to enter into an amendment number 2 for a agreement for disposition of land for private development by and between the city, the Development Agency of West Valley City, and the West Valley Land Holding LLC. This property was always intended to be owned by West Valley Land Holdings due to the bond requirements placed on the property. This parcel was requested to be held back to maintain access to West Valley City Police Station building until such time that additional access was created and the property was released from the bond. Those requirements have been met, and we can now transfer this property to its as it was attended. So to the council for motion or discussion.
Motion to approve resolution 25-29. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic?
Councilmember Wood,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilmember Harmon,
Yes.
Councilmember Hune,
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Nordfelt,
Yes.
and Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you. We'll now go to resolution 25-30, which would approve funding for the installation of a challenge course at Westview Park. This total bid amount covers the purchase of the challenge course, sports turf impact material, curbing, and timers. The UORG grant will cover about $118,000 of the total cost. The balance of the city fees is $79,000, which will come from our park impact fees. To the council for discussion or a motion?
Move to approve resolution 25-30.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic?
Councilmember Nordfelt,
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Hune,
Yes.
Councilmember Harmon,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilmember Wood,
Yes.
and Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. We will now go to our consent agenda. We have 3 items on our consent agenda for this evening. One is to modify our ordinance to update current fire department fees, and the other 2 are our usual purchase agreements, deeds, and easements. The council can take these one at a time or all at once. To the council for discussion or a motion.
I would move to approve all three items of the consent agenda.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic?
Councilmember Nordfelt,
Yes.
Councilmember Christensen,
Yes.
Councilmember Hune,
Aye.
Councilmember Harmon,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilmember Wood,
Yes.
and Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, we will have two more short meetings after this one. For this meeting, we just have one more motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, and we stand adjourned. Is it the special development?
Redevelopment.
Okay, so that's Cindy first.
Okay. So I call to order the special redevelopment agency meeting of February 25th, 2025. It is 6:56 PM. And we are here in the council chambers of West Valley City Hall. I will note that all members of the agency are present and we've already had our opening ceremony this evening. We have our minutes of January 14th, 2025. Is there a motion to approve these minutes?
So moved?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? That passes unanimously. We have resolutions. The first one is we'll review resolution 2501. This is the redevelopment agency action item that mirrors the city council item we voted on earlier this evening. This property was always intended to be owned by West Valley Land Holdings. Due to the bond requirements placed on the property, this parcel was required to be held back to maintain access to the West Valley City Police Station building until such time that additional access was created and this property was released from the bond. Those requirements have been met, and we can now transfer this property as was intended. I'll turn the time over to the agency for questions or a motion.
Motion to approve resolution 25-01.
Second?
Nicole, will you please take the roll call vote?
Mr. Whitstone,
Yes.
Mr. Harmon,
Yes.
Mr. Hune,
Yes.
Ms. Lang,
Yes.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Nordfelt,
Yes.
and Chair Wood.
Yes,
Motion passes unanimously.
thank you. We have one more motion.
Motion to adjourn.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.
Call to order the special meeting of the West Valley City Housing Authority. Opening ceremony has been taken care of, and I will note that all members of the Housing Authority are present. The first item on the agenda are the minutes of January 14th, 2025.
Move to approve those minutes.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We have one item on the agenda for the Housing Authority, and that is Resolution 25-01, which is a voluntary transfer of the Housing Authority to Housing Connect. And this is the second half of the resolution that the council reviewed earlier tonight. And I will turn it to the council for a discussion or a motion.
I would move for approval of resolution 25-01.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, and I'll turn it to Ms. Kamic for a roll call vote.
Ms. Wood,
Yes,
Mr. Harmon,
Yes.
Mr. Hune,
Aye.
Ms. Lang,
Yes.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Nordfelt,
Yes.
and Chair Whitstone.
Yes,
Motion passes unanimously.
one final motion.
Motion to adjourn?
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.